Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, it looks like maybe the videos are starting to get released a little quicker than before. Either way, so it's nice to get some out on a normal regular time. So look, we know inflation is here. We know inflation is increasing. We know they're lying about the numbers. We also see ourselves in a very interesting predicament. Inflation is high. Unemployment is high. They're lying about the economy. We have interest rates. We got interest rate hikes coming. They use the RONA as an excuse to lock down the economy. And in one of my videos a couple weeks ago, I told you guys, get ready. I spoke to my strategist friends. Remember, I used to be a strategist for the Democratic Party. Don't hold it against me. I told them, what the hell do you guys plan on doing? This is bad. You guys have lost so much support. There is a record number of people who are registering to be Republicans. We're talking about minorities. What is the plan? What did he say? They're going to lift all coronavirus restrictions at the beginning of March. And I told everybody that. Now look what's happening. You know, it's ridiculous to watch these politicians try to act like, hey, we're the good guys now. Look, we done what we're supposed to do. It's just a lie. We know this. Their full intentions were to keep us on lockdown. So like I said, whatever this event was, which I think it's a great reset, whatever it was, we seem to be slipping through their fingers or have slipped through their fingers. But again, we got to keep an eye on some of the policies they still intend on pushing, like the central bank digital currency. Meanwhile, you should be paying attention to what's going on in the gold and silver market, because as inflation increases and talks of interest rates going up, you're going to see gold and silver really start to take off. We know Basel III is in effect. We know that they don't have much longer in which they can hold the ball under the water. Gold and silver is going to take off. I'm anticipating cryptos doing the same thing. Like I said, I've been closely monitoring it to see how close it follows the Wyckoff and if it still does. I told you as it was going up, it was nice, but we want to see consistency. That I felt like according to the chart, we would see one more decent dip before it really took off. And keep in mind, not every day it's going to be green. As a Wyckoff chart shows you, it's like steps, but the dips down are much smaller than the increases. So that's a good thing if you're into cryptocurrencies. So let's get into this. So if you could, hit the thumbs up button, because when you do, it helps me get past the algorithms with YouTube. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. If you haven't thought about buying gold and silver, now is the time, especially since the premiums were already higher than they were during the silver squeeze. But not just that, now we're starting to see the gold and silver make its move. It has consistently been going up since January 21st. Don't get me wrong, it has some dip moments, but it quickly recovers. So when you go to buy gold and silver, check out our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get a free half ounce of silver. Like I was saying, we probably see another small dip with cryptos. Well, this is not really a dip. I mean, you know, again, when you look at the Wyckoff, you're going to see some down moments. You're going to see when the price goes down, but the dips are much smaller than normal. So, you know, for a dip, so this is normal. I wouldn't trip over it. And let's see, again, we're at the end of the week. So the beginning of next week, somewhere around this, we should start seeing cryptocurrencies take off. If it does what it's supposed to do, we're going to see Bitcoin and a lot of other cryptos get to new record highs. Bitcoin sitting at 42,412. Ethereum down below the 3,000 mark at 2,927. XRP was up at 88 cents. Ouch, came right back down to 76 cents. Cardano is at $1.08. Solana is at $96. Dogecoin's at 14 cents. Polkadot's down below the $20 mark again at $18.97. Shiba's at 4029. I told you this thing really doesn't go up and down that much. I mean, when it does go up, that's pretty decent. But it usually gets to a level and just kind of is stagnant, up and down maybe by 1 or 2 points, but it's still kicking butt. 4029. Polygon's at $1.71. Crypto.com's at 47 cents, almost 48 cents. As you can see on the graphs, all of them following in the same pattern. This is the thing I don't like about cryptos. But this is why you pay attention to the Wyckoff and why you focus on Bitcoin. Because again, whatever's happening to Bitcoin, as you can clearly see, usually happens to the other cryptos as well. They were up in the green, came down. There's a nice little dip. But it appears to be, ever since January 21st, which is funny because that's around the time gold and silver went up, you've seen crypto starting to make, well, at least Bitcoin starting to make its rebound. But ever since the 8th, it has been slowly but surely coming down, but not fast, not by a large amount. It's still coming down, but I think this is that dip before you really see it run. Saitama is killer. It's hard to really love this crypto when everything always seems to go wrong with it. 7016. There's a possibility it might actually add a zero. They can't get things going to save their lives. Over the last hour, that's down 10%. Over the last 24 hours, it is down 19.5%. Over the last 7 days, it's down 27.8%. Over the last 15 days, it is down 15.8%. And over the last 30 days, it lost 64.3% of its value. Every day I keep hearing, oh, there's some great things happening. I'm watching. Like I said, though, when it comes to Shiba and Saitama, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to ride those bad boys out. So silver's at $23.57. Like I was stating, somewhere around February 21st, 22nd, cryptos, gold and silver have been slowly but surely going up. You can see the upward trend. Sure, there's some dips in there, but they are still moving forward, except for the end right here where it came down. But you can see the green marks, which means it's trying to rebound. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Look how crazy this is. Here we are on the 10th at $23.69. On the 11th, it bottoms out at $22.89. And by today, it's at $23.67. Interesting formation here. But not giving up on gold and silver. When it's all said and done, those will see the largest gains we've ever saw. Gold closed today at 1,859, breaking that 1,840 mark. And when it did, it really started to take off. Right here at 140, just like I told people a couple of days ago, once it got to 140, look at it. Here it is right here at 1,840. And I told you, once it broke that resistance level, you start to see it take off. And sure enough, it really did. They had to tamper down just a little, but still fighting to go up. It's going to keep going. If this sucker gets up there above that 1,864, it's going to go above 2,000. There's no doubt about it. Gold looking really good. I mean, look at this. This is just sexy. Look at this. Look at this spike since today. That's a $30 jump. That's pretty decent. I think you're going to continue to see gold and silver continue to move in the same direction, continue to move in an upward projection. Unless something major happens. You know, we got inflation reports coming out. We know that it's higher than they're reporting. People talking about interest rate hikes. Now they're adding even more. You know what I mean? You're probably looking at, by the end of this year, a total of 5 percentage points altogether in interest rate hikes. So this article I was reading a couple of days ago, it says Shiba enters metaverse with Shiba Land. Leash rockets 40%. So the thought process is, we get Shiba in the metaverse, they start using the coins value will go up, and I support that theory. Developers behind the popular meme coin Shiba said the protocol would soon offer plots of virtual lands in the up-and-coming yet unnamed metaverse, causing the prices of the ecosystem token like Shiba and Leash to jump up 40%. That's a nice jump, and they're not even launched yet. Metaverse generally describes a virtual world in which people can interact as they do in the real world, but digitally. Yeah, as they do in the real world. Okay. So Shiba getting a boost when it did from the announcement it would join the metaverse world. Here we go. Bitcoin will hit $200,000 in the second half of 2022, predicts FS Insight. Now, I did this article earlier, but this is just one of, I think, a good handful of them I saw recently that said that Bitcoin will be up there between 150, 200,000. I was saying it would be between 120 and 150,000 by the end of the year, but that's only if it continues to follow the Wyckoff, because that is the normal trend. Coinbase users can now receive tax refunds of cryptos through TurboTax. Yikes, as cryptocurrencies start to become more mainstream, get adapted by the masses, and are used in different financial institutions, the harder it is for them to phase it out, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean the government's not going to try from doing it. I'm just saying this is impressive. So that's it. If you want to get your tax refunds in cryptocurrencies, you now have the option to have that done. I just thought I would share this with you in case you're filling out your taxes. Me, I pay out the yin yang, so there's nothing here I can get excited about. But some of you, it might be. But so, anyways, look at you have your choice in over 100 cryptocurrencies that you can be reimbursed in. So just make sure you know what crypto you want and you select the right one. When your tax refund comes, it will come in a cryptocurrency, which by the time this happens might be perfect timing. You might catch the upside of the Wyckoff. Civil war is coming to the U.S., says hedge fund titan Dalio. Well, I don't know what he's talking about coming. I saw this article earlier. It's already here. This is a silent civil war. It's been going on. But he does have some interesting points. Ray Dalio, the founder of Bridgewater Associates, the world's biggest hedge fund manager, says our financial problems will help send us a version of the Civil War. Yeah, it's Ray. It's already there, my brother. The U.S. appears to be on a classic path towards some form of civil war. What is obvious from looking at many cycles of rises and declines of different historic cases, and that the combination of financial problems due to not having enough money that led to large deficits, high taxes, a lot of money printing, and high inflation. Well, here's the thing. The Democrats passed these huge COVID bills, and then only 6% of the money actually went to COVID. When we were being warned about it, they were like, oh, you hate families. You just want poor mothers and kids, because they use these tactics. But 6% of the entire bill went to COVID relief, and none of you are mad about this. I guess it's okay. But it is a combination of this frivolous spending. Oh, by the way, a bulk of that money went to saving pet projects for the Democrats and their special interest groups.
The president also claiming in December that inflation had peaked. Joining me now, Missouri Congressman Jason Smith. He's a ranking member of the House Budget Committee. Congressman Smith, good morning. Your reaction to Biden's kind of dismissal of Lester Holt and all the Americans who are hurting, who are seeing their wages fall when adjusted for inflation?
The president needs to come to...
Yeah, wages are depreciated when inflation goes up. Yes, don't forget that. Oh, wait, unless you own gold and silver, it doesn't affect you at all.
You absolutely cannot spend your way out of inflation. Only Joe Biden could spend $2 trillion on COVID, and as a nation, we're less prepared. It's insane. It's probably because the original $2 trillion COVID package, less than 9% went towards COVID spending. But you know
9%.
What? They spent more money, like $2 million to plant trees in Syracuse, or $16 million for a golf course in Palm Beach. Give me a break. They actually moved $2 billion of COVID money that was supposed to go towards testing to house illegals at the southern border. It's unacceptable.
Brian, jump in.
So yeah, people are waking up to the fact that the Democrats are just evil people. And I'm not talking about their constituents. I'm not talking about their voters. I'm talking about the politicians and how corrupt they are. Don't get me wrong. The Republicans are right in there as well. But nobody is more blatantly open about their criminality than the Democrats. Now, I said 6%, but he said less than 9%, all right? But look where all the other money went. That's just ridiculous. All of it could have been prevented. They jacked up a huge dollar amount just so they can look at the public and go, look at all this money we got for you. But it's not for us. It's for their special interest groups. It's for their special projects. They get rich while they keep us poor. Dalios goes on to say, large wealth and value gaps in which people are more willing to fight for what they want than to compromise. Under the Trump administration, we saw the poverty gap shrink to the lowest level it ever been. We saw the wage gap close to the lowest level it had ever been. Because you had a businessman that knew his butt from a hole in the ground. Now, whether you like the guy or not, it's not about politics, about what the individual was able to do. A lot of people aren't even aware of this because the media only talked negative and never told you about all the great things that he did. Did you know that under Trump, 9 terrorist leaders were killed? Now, because it never got brought up in the media. And one time they did, when they talked about Baghdadi and Soleimani, they called them holy men, innocent holy men, family man. Yeah, that's what the media did. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Dalios is right. We're going to keep heading in that direction if we're not careful. Anyways, that's it for now, you guys. Make sure you're into gold and silver because that is the right and safe move. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.